Hi, these comments are for SN. This is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. You completed an integrated writing practice test. I'm looking at it right now. You also did independent writing. Unfortunately, I only give feedback on one essay for free. So if you like the service I'm offering you here, you can go over to BetterTOEFLScores.com and you'll see the link. It's called my TOEFL Writing and Speaking Feedback Service, right? And you can start getting feedback on your speaking and your writing practice test immediately. Okay, so the first step is I actually have the IBT Rubrics here. And after reading your essay, I'm thinking there's a couple of things that you can work on that can help you. I'm thinking probably in the 4 area here. It says a response is also scored at this level if it has more frequent or noticeable minor language errors, as long as such usage and grammatical structures do not result in anything more than the occasional lapse of clarity. You have here it's generally good in selecting the important information from the lecture and in coherently and accurately presenting this information in relation to the relevant information in the reading, but it may have minor omission, inaccuracy, vagueness, or imprecision. And this area, I think, is when we get to the last paragraph here, where you said the author wraps, you want to say here, wraps up his argument by posting measures to be taken when a bear intends to attack a human being. And you have he details the steps to be taken, such as. But there's really no need to be redundant like that. What if you just get rid of all that and you'll say something like climbing a tree, shooting the bear, maybe, or running away from the bear. This is where the minor inaccuracy comes in. You didn't say much about climbing the tree. So you left out one of the points mentioned in that final kind of reading passage, reading point number 3 along with listening point number 3. So you left that out, and you didn't really talk about it also as it relates. Now you did mention it as it talks about in the lecture, climb to a tree, slow his pace. So you did talk about it in the lecture, but not in the reading passage. So that goes back to what we call minor omission, inaccuracy, vagueness, or imprecision. So you understand what you've read and what you've listened to. I think 95% of everything you said was complete and it was accurate. Now, if we look at language errors, I just pointed out a couple there, but let's look at this one. You have here, again, the lecturer believes that there are flaws in the writer's argument. He holds on to the fact that these actions and here, notice how you have present here and then all of a sudden you change in the past. You want to keep it, they do not hint toward attack. Then you have maybe a semicolon here. Rather, the bears behave this way to exhibit their dominance and superiority. So this is a sentence boundary issue. So in this case, you have an independent clause here. You have an independent clause here. You combine both of those separate sentences with no punctuation at all. So that's a sentence structure issue. Okay, the last thing I'm going to look at is I'm going to see what Microsoft Word gives you 93% in terms of your grammar. You have some grammar, conciseness issues in there. I'm not going to get into all that right now, but I want to see what Microsoft thinks about your vocabulary level and your sentence level here. And the reason I do this, and I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but the TOEFL uses what's called E-Rater. ETS is artificial scoring engine. And it also looks at your vocabulary, your grammar, your sentences, all of that, and it makes inferences about the grade level of your writing based on those things. Are you using mostly basic grammar and vocabulary, or are you using both basic and advanced vocabulary? So when I'm looking at the stats here, there's maybe three things I'm concentrating on right here. Your average words per sentence is 19. That's a little bit low. I recommend that you try to go closer to 25 on this. Your average characters per word is 4.8. Again, a little bit low. You want to try to aim, the magic number here is 5. If you have about 5 or higher for characters per word, that's actually pretty strong. And your grade level is 10.2 here. Remember that college is maybe 13, so you're not quite college level when it comes to your writing. So that's another issue that we have to think about. So based on all of these factors, I'm going to give you a score here of maybe 24 to 26 points according to the IBT rubrics that the TOEFL uses here. So you're really between maybe a high 3 and a low 4. So, all right, and thank you for completing this practice test. Remember, do not send me any more free practice tests. You can only do one for free, right? It takes me time to put this together, to do this video, and I simply cannot afford to do this more than one time per student for free. All right, and have a great day.